What are some of the misconceptions that you see in your experience about school fire safety? What are people what are those misconceptions? What do you think?
A couple that I've known that are like when I read about, I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Like a bill, you look around and say, oh, this building's fireproof. I'll look around and see blocks, cement blocks. That's not going to burn, or tile flooring. But fire, if fire gets started, it's so unpredictable, and it can catch some things a lot faster than what we think. And so the
Sure.
mindset of, oh, this is a fireproof building, that's a misconception. Uh, Also, small fires are no big deals. I know he talked about a trash can fire. They think, oh, it'll burn up, melt, and it'll be gone. Well, that's not necessarily. Again, with it catches a flow path, doors are open, it can go whatever way it wants to go. And also, we kind of hit on this, assuming everybody knows the AVAC clamp.
Right.
It's assumption is gets people in trouble. That again, just practicing and talking about the direct path or different options depending on where the fire is, and knowing where to go and what to do during those situations. Oh, about smoke alarms provide adequate time to escape a fire.
Mhm.
Not always. Sometimes you got maybe a fire smoke alarm goes off, and you may have 2 minutes to get out of a building, depending on how that fire is acting and what the actual it's burning, the fuels that are
Right.
burning. I'll let Marty.
Yeah, that's great. Anything, Marty? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to interject that if you hear him refer to me as Ricky, that's my fire nickname.
Oh, we got in on a secret here, didn't we?
Yes. I didn't want. I like. Oh, they're probably confused. You keep mentioning this Ricky. That's me.
I think I need a fire name.
So secret come out on the podcast. Release today.
Everyone now knows the real Ricky.
Yeah, so something that your podcast people may want to go look at is there's some videos on YouTube of modern day versus legacy furniture. Back when I first started fighting fire in the early 90s, we had solid wood furniture. We had different fabrics that were not so combustible. And so it may be, I don't know, it could probably be 10, 12, 15, up to 20 minutes before a couch that caught on fire would end up catching the whole room on fire.
Wow.
Nowadays, stuff that's built is not solid wood. It's basically, I call it solid fuel gasoline. So it's basically like that couch you're sitting on in your living room is basically nothing more than gasoline turned into some solid form that you can sit on. But now that same setup in your living room, in less than 3 minutes, that whole place is going to be engulfed.
Sure.
Just because of the amount of heat release rate.
Right.
And all that stuff. So, like Ricky said, the smoke detector, some people say, well, yeah, I'll check on this chirp and I'll get to the battery later. But most people, and my wife included, if I ever die, it's going to be her fault, but she won't let me sleep with the door shut. But you should always sleep with doors shut. They give you so much time and they keep out so much smoke and heat, because I would say probably in the 90 percentile range that most people in house fires die from smoke inhalation.
Interesting.
Smoke. It's not the flames. They die well before the flames get there. The smoke is so bad. That was one of the things that I put in here because we talked about it a little bit earlier with the emergencies. But no matter in your mind how you picture a house fire, it's so much worse than you can think of. I mean, it really.
I can't imagine.
Same way with car wrecks. We go to car wrecks, and even though if you've been in a car wreck, but it's just always so worse than your worst nightmare that you can think of. And so I try to tell people, that you should be practicing exit drills. And I know our lives are so busy right now that everything is just, we'll do it later, and later never comes. Tomorrow never gets here. But it's so important for your children to make sure you're practicing exiting drills in the hall. Make sure you're having meeting places, and make sure there's nothing in your house worth going back to get, because most of the time those people never get back out.
Right.
The only thing I would ever go back in to get would be my wife or my daughter, which I would have never came out with to start with. But
right.
There's nothing in the house, no cell phone, no pictures, no animals. There's nothing in there. And then a lot of times people in schools are, they know what should be done and what shouldn't be done. And they say, well, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're just going to prop this door open
It's
for
convenient.
it. Yeah, it makes it easy because people go in and out of here all the time and nothing's ever happened and nothing's probably never going to happen. But
Never know.
you watch the news every night and those same people said, I never would have thought nothing like this would have ever happened here.
Right.
So it's happening somewhere. It's just, we're trying to make sure it doesn't happen in our part of the world.